I'm building the best Paw Patrol adventure bay you have ever seen in survival Minecraft. In the last episode, we terraformed this entire mountain area and built the lookout tower. In today's episode, we will be finishing the interior of the tower, building the 6 Paw Patrol vehicles, and the Paw Patroller. Welcome back to another episode, and we're kicking things off today back at the Paw Patrol tower that we built in the last episode. First things first, I wanted to mention that you might have noticed in the last episode that I wasn't using any shaders. Now, I've found a shader that I'm actually quite happy with. The reason I wasn't using shaders in the last episode, oh, there goes the Aussie ping again, was basically because all of this lime terracotta really, it just looked very, very shiny with all the shaders that I had previously been using. What's going on? No! What the? Uh-oh. Things are a bit out of control. As I was saying, guys, so the other shaders that I was using previously made this terracotta look really, really shiny. So I've now found one that I'm actually quite happy with, and let's go into free cam. It's going to be easier. As you can see, it gives some shadowing effect because it is a shader, but it's kind of quite a light shader. It's not over the top kind of shader. If you go out into the ocean here, it gives that sort of ripple effect on the water, which I reckon looks really, really cool. But it's not over the top, so it's kind of like an in-between shader or a medium shader. I'm really quite happy with it. It's called Silda's Enhanced Default. And it's fancy, I think, is what I ended up going with. There's a fast and there's a fancy, and I think the fancy is what this one is. But back at the Paw Patrol tower, guys, and it's still looking pretty cool, isn't it? I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. But today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an interior up the top here. We're gonna do an interior down the bottom here, and we're also gonna build up a like an elevator that shoots us right up to the top level of the tower. I think we also might rearrange this area here to be a bit more user-friendly, if you like. I had a few people in the comments of the last episode mention I should change this into a railway track and actually have it, have it functional. So I'm going to try and see what I can do with that as well. So make the slide an actual functional slide. And after we do that, guys, so that's step one. After we do that, we're going to actually build up some Paw Patrol vehicles in these little sections here at the bottom of the tower. So that's what we've got plans for today, and if we get time, we may even go out on a little wander and see if we can find ourselves some Paw Patrol pups. I think I remember seeing a couple of pups out on that little island over there. So that's the plan for today, and I think what we might do first off is make a start on this elevator here. Now, I'm okay with redstone. Well, just okay. Enough to get me into trouble anyway. But there's a lot of really, really smart people out there that know a lot more about redstone than what I do. So I'm going to try and find a tutorial for like a 3x3 piston elevator something. So leave it with me, guys. I'll try and find something and we'll make a start on an elevator build. Alright, so we have an interior of this bottom section of the tower now, guys. And I got the color scheme off a few pictures that I saw online of the bottom of the Paw Patrol tower, and it's a 3x3 piston elevator that sends us right up to the top. I've also put a nether portal at the back there, which hooks us up to the nether roof, which is nice. Now, this structure I saw in some of the photos is just like a frame with glass on either side, but I needed it sort of a bit more open so I could have an entranceway on this side and a button to send us up to the top on the other side. So if I hit this button here, it's going to send us right up to the top. And there we are. So I guess next thing on the agenda, guys, is to do an interior for this top level. And as I was saying before, I'm going to redesign this area here and the slide that goes all the way down. So we'll do that as well. But first things first, let's get to this interior of the control tower. All right, so we now have an interior, guys. What do you think? We have the big TV screen here with all the little control panel in front. So the pups come up the elevator, and this is where Ryder stands in front of him and says, "Thanks for coming so quickly, pups." So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I really like how that's turned out. We also have a little couch area here with a couple of chairs and a table. Judging by the pics that I could see online, that's as close as I could kind of get it in Minecraft. It had like a purple sort of rug, and I think that looks okay too. So, yeah, I've obviously also rearranged the slide that goes down around the tower as well. If we actually jump on over here, we've got a little thing that comes out here, a little, what do you call it, little minecart, and then we can jump in here, and we can take a ride all the way down the slide now, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for the guys that commented in the last video and gave me this as an idea, because it's so much better than just walking down the slide. I absolutely love it, and it works a treat. Okay, so we'll get stuck into the vehicles now, guys. So we'll have to obviously build all 6 pup vehicles in these sections around the tower, but I'm also thinking that I will build up the Paw Patroller, like the big truck thing that they drive around in. So I'm hoping I've got enough room for all of those. So I guess we're about to find out. I'm not very good at vehicles, guys, but I'm going to give it a good old crack, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so we now have the 6 Paw Patrol pup vehicles. Now, some of these are diagonal builds, and diagonal builds are hard. They really, really are. Vehicle builds are hard enough, but diagonal vehicle builds, very, very hard. So we've obviously got this one, which is Chase's sort of police car that he drives around in. I think it looks fairly cool. I've also added these immersive paintings with their Paw Patrol badges on them, which we'll go around and have a look at. But yeah, look, I think I've done pretty good considering it is a diagonal build, and I'm not very good at vehicles at all. Moving on to Marshall's fire truck. This one came out pretty cool as well, I think, considering it's a diagonal build as well. Pretty, you know, pretty small vehicles, I guess. Because I didn't want to build them too big because of the area, I guess. I think they're big enough to put a little pup in there. And if we move on to Rubble's one next, and yeah, his little, I guess, what is it, a bulldozer that he drives around in. I think that looks fairly cool. Also, his back, oh, hello, sir. Also, Rubble's little badge there with the drill that he has on the back of the bulldozer, or I think that's a bulldozer. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Now we've got Zoomer's hovercraft, I guess it is. This looks fairly cool as well. This one was probably the easiest one to build, considering, you know, how simple it is to look at. It's still, excuse me, mate. I'm trying to record here, bud. Thank you. Considering it's still, you know, considering it's a diagonal build, it was still fairly easy, this one, because of how basic it was. So yeah, so that's Zoomer's hovercraft. We've got Rocky up next, which is his sort of recycling van that he's got the forklift kind of what are those things called, the 2 forklifty things that come out the front. If I jump into free cam, we've also got this sort of what do you call it, like a bin, you know, like a recycling bin that lifts its lid up at the back here, where you put rubbish and things, or whatever he does, whatever Rocky does with his van. But I think that looks pretty cool. That was fairly difficult because it was a diagonal build, but I think all in all it turned out okay. Moving on to Sky's helicopter, which is the last little one that I did. So I think that's probably my favorite, to be honest. I really like the purple blocks, and obviously her little helicopter badge as well. Yeah, this one is probably my favorite, given the fact that it's not a diagonal build as well. It turns it just looks better in Minecraft. I was thinking I'd do the helicopter propellers on a diagonal, but decided to go straight like that, and I think it looks fairly cool. One more thing I did forget to do earlier, guys, was add the Paw Patrol badges up to the control panel up the top here, and I think that looks a lot better now that we've got the 6 pup badges on top of the control panel up here. So we've got one more build to do here, guys, and that is the Paw Patroller. Now, I'm hoping I've left enough room to build it just at the back of the tower just here. I'm hoping so anyway. So let's get stuck into that right now. And there we have it, the Paw Patroller. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. Now, it is actually rather difficult to get a lot of detail in a build that's got, you know, like the bright concrete contrast type colors. So it's not very detailed. Obviously, it's not very detailed, but I think it still looks pretty cool. I guess it's supposed to look better potentially from a distance, maybe? If we head back, way back, it does, oh, not that far back. It does look better from a distance. And the closer you get to it, it starts to look very Minecrafty, blocky. But I'm pretty happy with it. Let's head inside and I'll show you what I've done as far as the interior goes. It's pretty close to what I've found with some pictures online. It's got like a TV at the back here. A little spot in the middle here where the pups sit, and obviously Ryder sits here, and what's that robot dog's name that drives the Paw Patroller again? Robo Dog. That's who drives the Paw Patroller. Robo Dog would sit there, Ryder would sit here, and the pups would sit back here. You know, a few buttons and things. I think it's pretty close as what you can get in Minecraft, I guess, but before we end this episode, guys, we've got one last thing we need to do, and that involves going over to this island over here, which I believe has a couple of pups on it. Now, where are they? Ah, there's one, and I think there's the other one there. Alright, so I think if we've got some bones here, we can get ourselves a couple of... Oh, first try! Hey, buddy! Do you want to be one of the Paw Patrol? Yes, you do, don't you? All right, let's get the other one over here. We'll start breeding up some pups. Now, where was that? Where was your friend? Here you are, buddy. All right, see if we can get him first try. Nope. 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 Yay! All right, dude. Do you want to be one of the Paw Patrol? Yes, you do, don't you? Oh, you're so cute. All right, dudes. Let's head over to the Paw Patroller. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, I've installed Fresh Animations, the mod Fresh Animations, and I basically just did it because of the pups, how they can lie down and they can sit. It just looks better than, you know, default vanilla Minecraft. So I hope you guys don't mind, but I think it looks so much better when they're doing kind of pup looking things and dog looking things. So that's cool. Now I do need to get a couple more, don't I? So let's breed up a couple. Oops. Let's breed up a couple. Shift? No? How do I breed you guys? Okay, so I've got some rotten flesh now. I'm pretty sure that's gonna breed these dogs, but I was actually thinking we head up to the top of the tower. That's where you guys should be born, don't you think? Let's head up here and hopefully you guys can fly. Can you fly? Yes! Hey, you're beauty. Alright, so you guys can sit over here. Over here, come on. Over here. That's it. Alright, sit. Come on, you come over here too. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Oh. There you go. Not on the control tower. Alright, so I'm pretty sure if I do that and that. Yeah, there we go. Maybe consider. Yeah, there we go. I've so done this before. Can't you tell? Alright, so is that one tamed? Yeah, that one's tamed now. Okay. Can I do it again? No, I can't. Okay. We're just gonna have to wait. Okay, so there you have it. We've got all 6 pups now, but I thought we could do something a little bit extra special for these guys. So we have a few custom skins that we need to give these guys, and Chase is absolutely amazing, and he has a black collar. So there's Chase. Hello, Chase. Welcome to the Paw Patrol. Next we have, sorry, that's not Chase. What have I done? Forget I did that. Excuse me, Chase. Yep. Sorry, Chase. Marshall, Marshall has a yellow collar, don't you, Marshall? There's your yellow collar, Marshall. And next we have Zuma, which is there, and he has a blue collar. Hello, Zuma. Looking fancy. Next we have Rubble, which he has a grey collar. Hello, Rubble. Aren't these looking amazing? So good. Next we have Rocky, and he has an orange collar. Hello, Rocky. And of course, last but not least, we have Sky, who has a white collar. So there we have it, the 6 Paw Patrol pups ready for action. And welcome to the Paw Patrol, everybody. It's so good. I love how these guys turned out. I love it so much. Well, this was a pretty fun episode to make, guys. We've built the interior for the tower. We've built the big elevator that goes to the top. We've got the top of the control tower. We've also built all 6 Paw Patrol pup vehicles. And of course, the Paw Patroller. I think this all looks pretty cool, guys. And I am stoked with how this turned out. And I'm not the best at vehicles. Clearly not. Some of these aren't too good. But it's the best I can do. And especially because they were built on diagonals. It made it that little bit more difficult. But let me know what you think of the vehicles, guys, and the Paw Patroller and the interior and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope you guys are too. Next time, I think we might work on the actual city down Adventure Bay. We might get stuck into that, I reckon. We're pretty much done with this area. As I said last week, this is pretty much stage 1. And I think now that we've done the vehicles and the towers complete, I think that's stage 1 complete. So in the next episode, I think we might start on the bridge, perhaps. The bridge that goes right across to this area of the what eventually is going to be the bay down here. So that might be the next thing that we get started on in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.